Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be showing off some battles from Elam. Elam is I wouldn't say a young prodigy, but he's already a young master, an absolute beast at battling, and he is participating in the Arrohh Draft League, which is basically the best of the best when it comes to draft. All the best battlers that you can basically imagine are that typically participate in a show 6 pick 3 format, with a few exceptions, are participating in this draft. I consider this the most competitive draft league in the world. So everyone that's going to be battling is already very exceptional. There are actually 4 different divisions in this draft league, and you essentially battle the people in your division twice, and then you battle everyone else once, and then I think like top 16 out of 32 make it to the playoffs. And as well, there's like 32 Pokemon banned already. So like there's obviously a lot of really unconventional Pokemon used. And actually the number one ranked Pokemon that wasn't banned was Trevenant. Trevenant, obviously an absolute monster. And actually I believe it was the bans were done before Trevenant was released, which is why otherwise it would not have made it through the ban route. So Elam is going to go up against 4 different competitors. This is week 2 of the Arrohh Draft League, and I'm going to be showing off his 4 battles that he did. His team consists of Trevenant, his number 1 pick, Malmetal, Rainy Castform, Primate, Gudra, and Dedende, or something, whatever you pronounce the name. He's facing off against Alfieb, a very strong battler who has a Shadow, Abomasnow, Toxicrow, Empoleon, Lugia, Drapion, and not Gliscor, Gligar. Gligar is tankier, but it does have a worse moveset than Gliscor. Again, it's one of the later picks, and obviously the pickings were pretty slim. So when we take a look at the team, so like Trevenant looks good against 3, looks good against the Empoleon, good against Toxicrow, pretty good against Lugia. Obviously, Lugia can still hit it with super effective sky attacks, but those Shadow Claws and Shadow Balls will really add up. But kind of weak, pretty weak to Abomasnow, Drapion, and then the Gligar as well. So in order to like cover that weakness, you could go Malmetal. Malmetal would cover the Abomasnow and Drapion fairly okay. A little bit less on the Drapion, but wouldn't be able to cover the Gligar necessarily well. Though Dig takes a lot of energy in order to get off. I believe it's like 80 energy, so it'd take like 12 or something. Wing attacks would take a very long time to get there. Alternatively, you can go like Primate with Ice Punch, would deal double or super effective damage versus the Gliscor. Kind of a tough matchup, honestly. And then on the opposing side, like Abomasnow looks good against 4, but really bad against 2, the Primate and the Melmetal. So I do expect the Abomasnow to come in and to cover the Primate and Melmetal. Obviously, you have Toxicrow, which actually looks decent against this team. Would struggle against the Dedenne, or however you pronounce it, and the Trevenant. So for sure, I think we see like Trevenant and the combination of the two, Malmetal and Primate, and I'm not really too sure on the third, but let's go ahead and see what Elam brings to this first matchup against Alfieb. Again, these two haven't battled each other yet in Arrohh Draft League. So obviously we see the Primate into the talk show. Really, really bad lead here, since and gonna have to sack it because it is weak to in the back. Did get the extra counter in, which is really nice. This would likely live the Mud Bomb, but wouldn't be able to get off 2 Ice Punches, which is the objective. And Mud Bomb and Ice Punch are the same amount of energy. Oh, okay, I'm gonna throw the Night Slash. Looks like Alfieb is okay with letting this go. Okay, well, or not. Okay, gonna be able to counter down. Actually, winning the 1 shield is just really not what you would expect as as the Toxicrow. But not shielding the Ice Punch obviously was pretty devastating there. We do still expect the Abomasnow in the back, right? So This is still going to be a little bit challenging. The crunch actually did quite a bit of damage, even though the poise things don't do that much. So in theory, on paper, this is like a pretty okay matchup. But in reality, this is not really that great. Um, so should be able to survive. Okay, gonna throw the rock slide. Honestly, probably superpower would have been a little bit better here because it would do more damage. But the shadow ball likely gonna KO. Did get the shadow claw through. Should be able to win CMP and as well be able to get to the shadow ball. Gonna throw on CMP. I'm gonna maximize the energy. Um, and that is enough to KO. And this Drapion is pretty low. Gonna again throw on CMP. Elam keeping track of the counts like it's his job, and gonna be able to take out the Drapion. So though, again, the Bomb of Snow was gonna be a problem in the back, but the really nice play with the Primate versus the Toxtro in order to win the one shield matchup there. So we're gonna see how Elam and Alfieb are going to adapt in the second game. I really like the precise counting and the nice matchup there. So I'm actually gonna fast forward it a little bit, and they're just debating what to bring. We're gonna see Primate into Gligar. Obviously, the Ice Punch is gonna do a lot of damage. Last time didn't bait. This time is baiting. Let's see whether or not they shield. Oh my gosh, they called it. I think they would have lived the Ice Punch. That's probably why. And looks like this Gligar gonna look for entire farm down. They do shield that time. Okay, that's actually really good. Gonna let this go. Typically they carry Night Slash. Oh my gosh, gonna throw the dig. Oh my god. That took all of Gligar's energy to get off this dig. Gonna be able to farm up quite a bit here. Unfortunately, this Rock Slide probably won't KO. This thing is actually pretty tanky. Um, Gonna switch here and farm down. We're gonna see the Bomb Snow though, so this is gonna be a little bit rough. I don't think. Oh, try to sneak in the. Okay, gonna shield the energy ball, and does get the decent CMP. I think tried to throw the weather ball right before um the next one. So very unlikely that they bait. It's a very risky bait on the Bomb Snow side. Um, Okay, gonna shield this, and then gonna I see the play here. Gonna throw the weather ball, and then or oh my gosh, gonna try to farm down. That's crazy there, and then you just stay as the cast form. To be honest, because like you're not worried about the Obama Snow throwing any moves at the Malmetal. At least at this health. Right? Obviously, after a crunch, the energy ball would probably KO. But doesn't look like they're gonna get to the energy. Oh my gosh! Okay, gonna catch the move there. Is this gonna be a sludge bomb? Oh, it's gonna be a crunch. Okay, a little less exciting, but gonna go for the superpower because it's gonna be one less to get to the second superpower. So I really like the play here, and as well, the Abomasnow is gonna have to throw at the Melmetal. It likely will throw a weather ball because another double debuff, so it should be enough to KO. And Alpha decided actually not to throw the move there. I was at 1 HP, so really nice play there. I'm actually kind of shocked that Alpha just elected to go dig versus the Primate. I thought the Night Slash and maybe the wing attacks would have been enough to KO. But then Elam able to farm up a bunch of energy, and Alpha committing to the dig. Unfortunately, it dug himself too big of a hole to get out of it. Right, so we're gonna. I think actually there's gonna be another video clip here. All right, we're gonna have Cast Form into Drapion. Pretty neutral matchup. I do. Let's see whether or not Castform can survive 2 crunches. If it does get the debuff here, there's no chance they'll be able to live the second crunch. Okay, so it looks like it can live a second crunch, and gonna throw the weather ball. With the weather ball nerf, this kind of hurts the matchup just a little bit. Okay, was trying to catch the crunch there, but really nice patience by Alphieb not to throw right away. They do it does end up shielding the sludge bomb. Okay, obviously last time they did not shield the first move. The Ice Punch definitely does not KO, but would do a tremendous amount of damage. So actually gonna let this go. Expect this to be a Night Slash. It is resisted, but you can still does it says it does a pretty reasonable chunk, right? So gonna have to let this go. Not the matchup you want. Obviously, one water gun will take it out, but you do expect the Bomb of Snow in the back, which likes to go try to get some extra energy. Would you expect to see the Drapion? The Drapion's one away from a crunch, so I do expect maybe a catch here if they do shield. Oh, it must have stuck in a move. I personally would shield this, but again, it's kind of a tough call. Um, they get an extra one in, just obviously not great. And gonna try to catch there. Oh my gosh, it's actually a Lugia. Okay, this actually okay. Um, I was not expecting a Lugia. And then we're gonna see the full farm down by Malmetal, but we will see an Arrow Blast come through, likely. Let's see. Yeah, Arrow Blast does a lot of damage, so it just depends on who wins CMP. Just gonna throw the superpower, and Malmetal does win CMP versus the Drapion, and that's gonna be enough to take it out. And Elam actually going 3-0 versus Alfieb, and 3-0 actually really matters because the number of wins determines tiebreakers. So positioning in playoff or making the playoff is going to be really critical to try to win as many games as possible. So I will see everyone in the next match. Now we're in the second game of this week 2 of ADL from Elam's perspective. I actually forgot to change the team here. Let me actually just quickly change Caleb's team to Caleb's team, I should say. If I can find it, there you go. So Caleb has Frostlass, Berserker, Empoleon, Dragalge, Noctowl, and Quagsire. So instantly when I look at this, Rainy Castform looks really strong here. It should do well against Frostlass, neutral against the Berserker, but likely would beat it. Do well against the Empoleon, do well against Noctowl, and then do decent against the Quagsire. Probably pretty neutral matchup. Just this Dragalge is going to be the huge problem. And the answer to the Dragalge is not entirely clear. Well, obviously, the Dedenne probably does okay, but the Aquatails would add up. It would double resist the Dragon Tails, but the Aquatail would add up, and then as well as the potential Gunk Shot. Trevenant probably does like neutral against it, right? Because the Aquatail is not that threatening. Obviously, the Gunk Shot would hit for neutral. The Outrage would pretty much one shot it. Malmetal, I'm not entirely sure would do that well. And the Gudra is neutral. Primate does have Ice Punch, but resisted counters. So I expect Caleb for sure to bring Dragalge. I expect Elam to bring the Castform, likely in the lead. Not as a safe swap because I do expect Caleb to bring the Dragalge, and you definitely want to avoid that matchup at all cost. And then I do like Primate on Elam's side, so Castform Primate pretty strong, and then the Dene actually looking pretty okay. Just have to worry about the Quagsire, but it would be interesting for Caleb to bring the Quagsire, considering that there is the Trevin on the other side. But let's see what they're going to bring. For sure, I would be kind of shocked with no Dragalge, and I would be shocked if there's no Castform on Elam's side. I love these. Again, thank you to ADL, and thank you to my girlfriend Cindy for getting me these images, especially the poses. All right, we're gonna speed this up a little bit here. So we're gonna have Primate again. So there you go, kind of the team was expecting. I'm not 100% sure how this matchup is gonna go. Obviously, gonna no shield. Resisting the Dragon Tails is really huge, but they also resist the Thunder Shocks. Rock Slide is a better move than Aqua Tail. But oh my gosh, they got an extra move in. Should be able to survive this Aquatail and still make it to the rock slide. This Dragalge will be able to survive it. Okay, unfortunate that I couldn't. Oh man, Primate's just so squishy here. But the thing is, like, once the Dragalge's gone, I like this play because once the Dragalge's gone, um, then Castform is, oh my gosh, okay, is basically beats everything in the back. So I like, even though it's very tempting to shield, you really got to resist shielding. And okay, you definitely let this go, even though you probably could make it to another one. You're just gonna sweep here with Castform. You're looking really strong right now. This is gonna be a Stone Edge, likely. So actually gonna let this go. Kind of risky here. Gonna look for the farm down. Gonna throw before they get to another one. Oh man, this okay. Gonna shield this for sure. And now this Berserker has to go up for the double close combat. But the question is, can it survive? Oh man, okay. Um, it's gonna be close here, but should be able to make it to two weather balls. Yeah, gonna be able to make it two weather balls and take out this Berserker. Yeah, I wasn't sure the. Oh, actually, I didn't realize Quagsire was still alive there. I wasn't for sure. Dragalge, Castle, that's like easy picking in terms of with this. The counter to the Primate looked really strong too, right? Had moves for everything, but we're gonna see how Caleb and Elam are gonna adapt for this second game. Oh, got rank one to Dene, whatever it's called. Okay, gonna stick with the same team, just slightly different order. We're gonna see Mal. Oh man, nice prediction. Again, you don't necessarily once the Dragalge's out of here, you're looking really good right now. Gonna throw it 7, which is basically in the middle of the 5th Dragon Tail, so it's a really nice timing. And okay, this game is amazing. I'm gonna let this go. Can only be likely only an Aquatail. They're at 7 right now. 7-7, so they should be one away from another Aquatail. Okay, you let this go. Unfortunately, you just barely survived this, and I think you just. I was gonna say just superpower it, to be honest, because superpower would KO anyways, and if they try to catch, then looks pretty okay. Oh, that's an interesting idea on their side, on Caleb's side, because once the Malmetal's gone, then or just put extra pressure on the Malmetal to try to take out 2 of the Pokemon. Um, we're gonna see what's in the back. Gonna go for the bait. We're gonna see whether or not the Noctowl is going to shield the bait. It does. Obviously, gonna have to shield this. And then I imagine you go for it. You have to be a little bit careful that you don't throw the Thunder into the Quagsire. Okay, gonna throw right before. I doubt the shield will come up here on the Noctowl side. Yeah, and then immediate switch. This is looking pretty good. Obviously, these counters are doing a lot of damage. Caleb does have to land the EQ, but should be able to land 2 Night Slashes. You do have to shield this, and I don't think it's too big a deal if they bait or not, because the okay, it looks like just gonna go for the fast move down, which I think is the appropriate play. Should be an EQ, and should be able to water gun down this Quagsire before it makes the turn move. Very nice play there. The knockout farm down was nice there because like once Mamel was gone, then any hard answer unless they brought Tene, which would be kind of crazy to lead Malmetal and Dedenne in the back. So we're gonna see whether or not Elam's gonna be able to pick up this third game against Caleb. Again, a really formidable opponent, a fantastic content creator, all that good stuff. Gonna lead Primate. I'm actually a little bit surprised by the Quagsire, but I guess it's necessary for the Melmetal. Let's see whether or not. Okay, here comes the Dragalge. So again, this is not the worst matchup, right? Um, gonna try to get the extra counter in, but Caleb being super patient here, not looking to give the extra counter. Um, okay, you definitely shield us just for the ice punch damage. And able to land the ice punch. Let's see whether or not the Dragalge will shield it. The Dragalge will likely survive it. And this is really good here. And then honestly, is it crazy to say? Okay, Thunder to Thundershock down. Okay, yeah, this is a nice play. This is Aqua Tail. Should be able to Thundershock all the way down, and then superpower the Quagsire. That's likely. Oh my gosh. Okay, my gosh, they came into Frostlass. Okay, this is looking really good right now. Again, your Castform should be able to beat anything in the back once the Dragalge's gone. Oh man, okay. This is likely an avalanche, right? Unlikely that they throw the Shadow Ball at that health on the. Oh man, can you farm down? Oh my gosh, that's a disgusting move by Elam there. And we're gonna see the Thunder. Oh man, it's night for this Knocked Owl. It's night. Well, actually, that didn't KO, but you get the concept. Tried to catch there. Unfortunately, went a little bit too early on Kayla's side and going to be able to land this weather ball to take out the knock. Not that it really mattered there. Man, Kayla bringing three Pokemon that are technically weak to Malmetal. That's kind of a crazy team there, but really nice play by Elam. I guess like Kayla brought Quagsire the first two games, hoping to scare away the Malmetal, but Elam sticking to his guns and bringing that Malmetal in every single game. So really nice play. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the third game. All right, we're in the third game of this week. I'll admit the Steelix actually kind of cut off on this image, but Gucci Gang has Steelix, Pelipper, Escav, Jirachi, Zapdos, and Gudra. Again, like you might have seen Gudra on Caleb's team. There are four different divisions, so they have like four different like Pokemon can in theory be picked four different times, but obviously not in the same division. So when I look at this, Melmetal looks really strong. Obviously, you have to be careful of the Excadrill, but even against Excadrill, you have a lot of play against it. And to cover Excadrill, like honestly, like even oh man, okay, Trevenant looks really strong here. So Melmetal Trevenant looking really good. Um, what else looks good here? Even Dedenne looks really strong here. But I do expect the Melmetal Trevenant. And then on Gucci's side, Pelipper. But I have to be careful of Melmetal and Dedenne, or however you pronounce it. So it's like I expect Elam to bring Melmetal Trevenant, and I expect Gucci to bring Pelipper Escav. And then we'll see how the alignment's gonna work on both their side, what third Pokemon they're gonna bring to try to break each other's course. Gucci flexing that. I'm just gonna speed this up a little bit here. Okay, yep. See Melmetal. Oh yeah. Okay, actually bringing it. So yeah, that makes sense. This should just be interesting. So Gucci must have Pelipper in the back. So you actually kind of feel like pretty decent here. And honestly, I just try to CMP tie. Okay, you end up losing. Okay, gonna shield it. I'm not 100% sure this shield's worth it. But that's okay. So again, expect SCAV. I guess winning Switch here is everything. So if you win, okay, or okay, forget Switch. Oh my gosh, here comes the Steelix. Okay, that makes sense too, right? Because Steelix does have a crunch. Not what I was expecting. So we're gonna see the shield. Let's see whether or not we'll get the defense drop. So we should see 7 in throw, and then the seed bomb. So if they shield this, then the Trevenant will just throw again and win CMP. Um, but we definitely don't see the shield. Okay, I'd be kind of shocked if we didn't see but we see Pelipper. Yeah. And this is looking really good right now. You can definitely just switch to either. Oh my gosh, they no shielded. Okay. I would just come Malmetal here. Okay, just gonna. Okay, this is fine too. I'm not really sure what this Jirachi is gonna do, but this makes sense to stay in, because or at least throw the move. Okay, well, okay, that's is he throwing a Doomsire here or a Psychic? Okay, he's gonna. Oh, interesting. Okay, not what I was expecting. But this is looking really good right now. I can just throw the discharge to take out this Pelipper. Very nice play. I'm surprised no SCAV, but um, I guess that makes sense. Like Steelix has a better shot against the Trevenant. Um, the Jirachi was an interesting pick. Um, okay, basically bringing this like ABA steel line, like ABA electric line, or like anti flyer line, I guess. And then sticking your Pokemon weak to the flyer in the middle. So, but it's not even like crazy weak to it, because the wing attacks are super effective, but the weather ball is okay. So obviously this is a good lead. And then here comes the SCAV as anticipated. Honestly, the Mega Horn still does a lot of damage, right? So gonna shield this. They're probably gonna farm quite a bit, and then throw the Shadow Ball. The Seed Bomb does not KO that range yet. Would KO in the second one. So if they use Shield, we'll see the. Okay. Obviously Zapdos can one shot this thing with Drill Peck. Oh my gosh, they brought. Okay, interesting. Um, this is not what I was anticipating. Um, okay, gonna throw the Seed Bomb, likely on the CMP tie. Let's see whether or not they shield. Okay, whether or not they throw. So gonna let this go. Um, Still a little bit tricky, right? Because obviously need to land this superpower. Gonna throw at 7, so they can't catch. Um, See whether or not the Steelix decides to shield. It does. So this is a crunch. Don't need to worry about it just yet. And they're probably gonna throw 4 then throw. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can't catch. And then we'll likely see the Malmetal stay in and just throw the superpower. Yeah, even if they catch it, it's not really that big a deal. Would be able to farm down the Pelipper with the Zapdos later, should I say? With it wouldn't be able to farm down, but it would be able to bring up to 2 moves and then take out the Steelix anyway. So this is looking really good right now. It looks like Gucci electing either to give up here or to not reveal his moveset, which is probably the smart idea, just because like not really too much he can do in that scenario. These two anti flyers are just making Gucci's life very difficult right now. Um, Oof, yeah, pretty tough, and really nice call by Elam. Probably wasn't expecting the Zapdos, to be honest, because I do think Pelipper is better, because it like it at least can hit neutral against the with the wing attacks against the and the weather balls are neutral to the two anti flyers. So a little bit surprised to see. We're gonna speed it up here. Okay, we're gonna see Trevenant into Gudra. Okay, this is actually okay because you don't expect the Gudra to have anything too threatening charge move wise. Actually, gonna throw the bait. Gudra is like decently tanky, right? So, but okay, gonna immediately swap and gonna bait out. This makes sense though, right? Gonna throw the superpower here. This is an interesting move. Um, okay, gonna throw the second superpower. I guess doesn't want them to doesn't want Gucci to farm that much, and we're gonna see the full farm down. Oh man, okay. Obviously we're gonna see the one shield and farm down. it's they could bait here. Okay, which he does, but can actually throw. Not gonna fool around with the baiting, and gonna take out the Excadrill there. Okay, and then here comes Pelipper. This is actually looking really good right now. Oh man, you gotta let this go, right? Um, and then the Gudra will likely throw Muddy Water, try to drop the attack, and we're gonna see. Oh, it does not get the attack drop, and gonna throw the Play Rough. Just gonna build a little bit of energy past it so it can outpace the Pelipper, and obviously that deals super effective damage. And this Pelipper is just about to go bye bye, and Elam just rolling through this really tough competition. So we'll see everyone in the last game. We are in the fourth and final game, actually going against my girlfriend, Cindy, aka Greenish Backwards. So Cindy has Surfetch, Abomasnow, Non Shadow, um, uh, Cash, Regirock, Whimsicott, and Malamar. So when we take a look at this team, um, so the cast form doesn't look that great. It does have some like really favorable matchup, or decently favorable matchups against the Regirock and the Mud Boy, but obviously two grass types and a fighter that typically has a grass move would be really tough here. Primate probably gonna come in every single game, right? Like Primate does super effective damage versus the Abomasnow and the Regirock would do okay against the Surfetch, and then would do decent again. Would do okay against the Malamar because the counters are neutral, and then do like pretty neutral against the Cash. You just have to be careful of the Whimsicott. I don't expect Gudra to come in, right? Because Gudra weak to Ice and weak to Fairy, and those are enough to scare it off. Malmetal to cover the Whimsicott looks okay. So, and then Trevenant looks pretty good against his team as well. Does well against the Surfetch. The Surfetch can have Night Slash. Does well against the Cash and does well against Red Rock. Would struggle a little bit against the Malamar since it does have access to two dark moves. And then the Whimsicott is pretty neutral, but those Shadow Balls would really add up. So I do expect some combination of that, and I don't really see too many other options for Elam in this scenario. But the options that are available are really strong. So we're gonna see how these games go. So we do see priming into Surfetch. So the exact matchup that we're looking at, and the exact team that we were anticipating. Try to go for the extra counter, but does get denied. And you can see that these counters are really adding up. They're and actually able to sneak a counter through. So this is looking pretty good right now for Cindy, but gonna throw before they make it to another one. Probably could do one more counter just because it does win CMP, but wants to preserve the switch, and we're gonna see this Trevenant come in. Oh, not able to get off a move. That's actually gonna be really costly there, but does control the switch. These Shadow Balls really do a lot to the Abomasnow. I don't expect the shield to come up, but oh, really nice catch there. Onto the Malmetal. So we're gonna see what's in the back and looking to potentially bank a move, and we're gonna see the Whimsicott come in. Whimsicott obviously not a great matchup against the Melmetal, but does resist the Thunder Shocks, and these charms really add up. And typically you see in like Ultra League, Melmetal actually struggle against Charmers because it is a little bit squishy, and as well with no stab moves, should be able to survive this Rock Slide. We're gonna see whether or not it's gonna be able to get to a move. Not able to get to move. This Melmetal able to get to the third Rock Slide, and take out this Whimsicott here, and the Weather Ball would KO, and nice timing on the throw right before they make it to another move. But unfortunately, with the shield, is going to be able to shield the potential Weather Ball there. That catch was really nice. Unfortunately, the Malmetal was really strong against the back line there. Okay, we're gonna see how game number 2 is gonna go. But these three Pokemon is what we predict. We'll see whether or not Elam does mix it up and incorporate anything else. But honestly, these three Pokemon have really positive matchups against the entire team, and still have like quite a bit of counterplay against it. So like even Primate against the Whimsicott has the Ice Punch. You know, Melmetal has a superpower. Trevenant has that Shadow Ball, which did a lot of damage to the Abomasnow. So we're gonna see how these two are gonna play it out in game number 2. All right, we're gonna see Primate into. Okay, we're gonna see the exact same lead. We're gonna see whether or not this is gonna get played any differently. Oh, this time Elam able to get the counter through, which is actually really valuable. Um, and does get the counter back, but does have two Night Slashes. Actually going to let it go. Actually going to come in Whimsicott here. This is what the Ice Punch we're talking about, and the Primate, unfortunately, unfortunate for Cindy's side, able to survive that one charm and able to get the move off. And we're gonna see Whimsicott versus Melmetal. Again, these charms are still chunking, and the Melmetal doesn't have a huge energy advantage like we saw last time. And are we going to see the same line? Are we going to see Abomasnow in the back? Should be able to survive this rock slide, but ends up shielding. Would be very close. We do see the Grass Knot, which wouldn't KO, but this additional charm damage is Elam fronting up extra energy there, knowing that the Whimsicott is dry, and we're gonna see a rock slide come through, and likely we're gonna see the Abomasnow in the back. Gonna go for the superpower, which is gonna deal more damage than the rock slide, and then we're gonna see the immediate swap. Even if it could take out the Trevenant, it wouldn't be able to take out. Wouldn't have enough energy to take out the. Plus, Weather Ball wouldn't one shot the Trevenant at that health. Would put it really low. But really nice read by Elam in the back end, and nice alignment, which was really the key in the back end. Meeting the fighter with the fighter is really nice. So Elam actually going to lead the Trevenant, hoping to pick up either the Whimsicott would be nice, or ideally pick up the Surfetch in the lead. It's a tricky lead potentially, right? Because the honestly the Shadow Claws and the Seed Bomb is enough, so you don't even really have to throw the Shadow Ball to be able to take out the Surfetch. Um, and we're gonna fast forward a little bit here, and will Elam be able to complete the 12-0, the legendary 12-0 sweep? Okay, we do see the Surfetch. A little bit desync at the beginning, and okay, basically throwing at 7. We do see the shield. Okay, a little bit desync after the initial charge move, but the C bomb is enough to take it out, which is what makes this matchup really difficult. The Shadow Ball is gonna do a lot of damage. Gonna let it go, and a little bit of lag. Oh my gosh, able to catch the move onto the Malmetal, and gonna go into the Whimsicott. But that's actually both good and bad, right? Because you do want to be, you're not gonna be able to. They only have one shield left, right? So Elam only has one shield left. So the Weather Ball, obviously that's where you want to take it, and the Trevenant is actually really healthy still. So we're gonna see how this is gonna play out. Okay, gonna shield this, which makes sense. Gonna be able to make another one. The question is, okay, I do expect an immediate switch out to the Trevenant. Yeah, immediate switch out to the Trevenant, and even the oh man, that was a very close. I'm pretty sure Elam got refunded on that seed bomb there, because that seed bomb probably would have landed on the Abomasnow. Not that it would have really mattered there, because I think the Primate had enough health would have had enough health to at least get the Night Slash, which would have been more than enough to take out the Whimsicott at that health. But Elam completing the legendary 12-0 in ADL, going against some really tough components, but his team reads, his timing, his moves and catches were just straight, really on point for this week. So I look forward to seeing how he's going to progress, and let me know if I should cover more ADL matches. I find these battles really exciting. There's very few mirror matches, and the strategy and figuring out what to bring can be really challenging, or can usually it's really challenging and never that straightforward. And then the order that you want to bring in and the strategies you want to execute can are pretty unique for every battle. So I'm gonna leave there. If you like, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.